Hey guys, this is Rosa Kelly. Welcome back to the channel. So today we're going to continue with our little golden book mini album slash journal tutorial, and we are going to be adding the pages. So on the last video we went ahead and transformed the little golden book into the cover for our mini album, and now we're going to be working on the pages. So I want this book to have 4 signature pages, and 2 of these signatures are going to be Midori style and 2 of them are going to be kind of like a regular mini album page. So I want to do a little mix of the 2. So here I have the 2 signatures from the book. All I did is remove the staples and I basically kept the order of the pages the same here. So what I'm gonna do is just reduce the size of this page here. So this is about 6 and I want to say 5/8. So I'm just gonna reduce that to 6.5 exactly. Okay, and I'm gonna do the same for this one, 6.5. Just take out a little tiny bit here. Okay, then I'm going to be using some 12 by 12 cardstock. So let me grab a few pages. So let me actually grab this here. This will be okay. I'm just using what I have on my stash, and hopefully I can get through this whole paper pack because I do want to finish most of these. Okay, so I think that is good. Maybe one of these light colors, stripes, and so maybe I'm gonna have 3 of these for each of those signatures. So just let me grab another one here. Oh, that one's kind of the same. Yeah, that's okay. Alright, so we're just gonna put these to the side, and we are going to be cutting these pieces here to the size of my book page, which is 8 inches exactly here. So we are just going to cut these at 8 inches. Okay, and so this is gonna be 8 by 12. Okay, so same thing on this one. So we're gonna cut these at 8 inches. So I'm gonna put this to the side, and now we are just going to score. So I'm going to be scoring, even though this is not going to be the full size to go all the way around the pages. I don't want having kind of like the layer effect on my pages. So I'm going to be scoring. Let me use, I like this one as the first page here. So this is going to be, we're gonna score this at about 6. We're gonna score at 6.5, but you want to make sure that when you fold it, you have your 6.5 here on the front. So I'm actually gonna score upside down. Okay, and so this is going to be, let's just fold this here. Okay, so we're gonna fold and fold, and then that's gonna be the first page for our signature, and then I'm gonna do the same. Actually, this is the second signature and this is the first, because I want to keep, like I said, the order of the book. Okay, so that, and then I'm gonna do another one for that other side. And so this one doesn't matter because you know which way it goes. Alright, so we're just scoring at 6.5, and I want to place this one here, or you can also do it upside down like that, so you cover the whole front of the signature page. And now we're going to be adding the pages that are going to go in between. So I'm gonna do maybe 2 at 6 inches. Okay, so I'm scoring at 6 inches here, and I'm gonna do 2. Okay, so we're just gonna fold right there, and then we're gonna put that somewhere here. So let's say this, each signature has 1, 2, oh, it has 3 pages too. So I'm gonna put like this one right here in between one of the pages. Okay, and then I'm gonna do the same for the other one. So maybe we can find somewhere. So okay, when you go through your pages, whichever book you're working with, you will see that some pages are disconnected. Like this is one page, this is one page. But then you will find, and this again, also one page. But like, depending on the book you are using, some of these pages, like this one, look like a full spread 2 page into one, right? Like the design. So I don't like to interrupt and place a page there. I like to just see the whole beautiful kind of like display as it was intended. This one I don't mind breaking down, because even though we have the same background, you know it's not the same scene, right? So I don't know if it matters too much to you, but for me, I kind of just like keeping the intention of the book. Okay, so I'm gonna put this one, just gonna bring this one down. Okay, so that is this one. And wait, let me see. Oh, this looks off because I folded it the wrong way. Okay, that's okay. Alright, so we're just gonna put that one over here. And so for this other signature, I guess we can just place this somewhere right there, right? And okay, so those two we score at 6 inches, and then for the other two we can score, I'm gonna score here at 4. Okay, and then I'm gonna score here maybe at 5, sorry, at 9. Okay, and then this could be a tri-fold page, so we can fold this like that, and then we can fold this like that. Right, so this will be a tri-fold page, but we will place it on our book. So let's say we're done with that page. I don't want to put it here on the center because again, that's one whole image. I guess this first signature mainly has that, you know, full displays. So I don't really want to alter that. So I'll just put it over here. Okay, so like that. So then when you go through your pages, you don't have the same page all the time. Like this one is almost a full size, then you have a small size, and then as you keep going through your signature, you have the full spread, and then here you have a flap, and then here you have another page, and so on, right? So then you have that and that back page there. And so I'm gonna do the same for this other one, and I think this color is it too light? No, I think it's okay. So we're gonna score again at 4 and at 9 to make this tri-fold page. Okay, so 4 and 9, and just fold. And now we're gonna add that over here. So maybe that can go here between these two pages, right there, like that. Okay. Okay, so now we're going to bind the signatures. So I'm going to bind each one separately. So we're gonna combine all these pages here and then just make this signature, and then we're gonna attach it to the book separately instead of attaching it to the spine. Okay, because I don't want to cover this up, and also I just want to have kind of enough space for 4 signature pages. Okay, so what we're gonna do is you're gonna need a needle and some twine or thread. I'm just using this golden twine. And we're going to grab all the pages. Okay, so and then you're gonna open it here at the center, and I'm going to clip it just because I don't want these pages moving. Okay, we're just gonna clip that right there, and then we are going to grab a pointy tool here, and we're gonna poke 3 holes. Okay, so I'm doing one at the center and one on each side right there. Okay, and so we are going to use the needle. This is embroidery needle, and then the thread, and then we're just gonna pass it through the center hole. Okay, and then we're gonna go, let's just leave a little tail behind. Then you're gonna go to the top and come out, and then go through the bottom here, and then come out. So I'm always holding that tail because I don't want that passing through, because then you have to start over, which is not the biggest issue, but we don't want to do this twice. And then once you're back here, you're gonna go back in through the center. Let's see, back in through the center. Okay, and then when you come out, you want to make sure that your center line here from the thread is in between. Okay, so you want to be in between these 2 pieces. So when you tie these, you want that line again to be at the center, and then we're just gonna cut these and make a knot. Okay, so we're just gonna tie these right there like that, and then we're going to put this one to the side and do the same with the other one. So again, I'm just gonna open these to the center here, and we're gonna hold these together and poke the 3 holes. Okay, so 1, 2, and I'm not measuring because this won't show on the spine. If I was adding this directly to the spine, I would be measuring and making sure that the spacing is even and it's the same on this side and on this side, so it all looks nice on the spine. But this is not gonna be seen, so we are okay. So again, I'm going in through the center, then at the bottom, okay, and then on the top, and then back in towards the center from the back to the front. Okay, and again, you want to make sure that your string is on both sides of this center. So I'm just gonna pass it like that, and then cut these. We don't need this anymore, and we are just going to tie and make a knot. Okay, there we go. Hopefully super easy, right? And so I don't like these strings hanging off the page, so I'm just gonna cut it short. And then same thing on this one. We are going to cut these short here. And then to attach these to our book, I am going to make a hinge for these pieces here. So I'm going to grab my cardstock, and I'm just going to use one of the leftover pieces. Let's see, which one do I want to use? I want to use a dark one, so I think that one should be fine, or maybe even, yeah, that one should be okay. I don't know why I'm choosing here. You're not really going to see this, but I'm going to cut these 2 pieces. So we are going to cut these at 8. Okay. And we're going to cut these by 3. Okay, so 8 by 3. And then I'm going to score. We're going to score these 2 pieces here along the 3 inches, we're going to score at half, and then you're going to score at 1. Okay, and fold along these score lines. Okay, like that. And then same thing here, half and 1. And I know it's probably hard to see on this paper, but I'm just gonna fold and fold along the score lines, and I'm gonna fold it both ways so my page is really flexible. Okay, and then same thing on this one. I do want to fold it both ways here. Okay, and then this is the side that's gonna be glued. So one side is gonna be glued down on our spine, and the other is going to be our hinge. And then you can use either side, of course, depending on which side of the paper you want to show. Like if I glue these will be glued like that. Okay, so I'm just gonna start by adding these. Let me get my glue here, and we're gonna add glue to this 1/2 inch. So glue on this 1/2 inch section, and I'm just gonna place that right here like that. Okay, and then press down, press down. Okay, so that's gonna be our first hinge, and I know this is a long piece, but I want to make sure that we have a good hold on this signature page here. And I also want to make sure it's not too long coming out. Shouldn't be. It should come out a little bit, but I'm okay with that because I'm going to put lace on the cover, and I'm okay with some of the pages coming out like this. Okay, so that is going to go right here. So you could always trim this down a little bit more if you don't want it coming out of your page, but I just don't want to trim. I just want to double check that I don't want to trim this. Maybe the first page I don't want to trim. I don't mind the other ones, but that's okay. I'm just going to keep the full length. And we are now just going to glue these here on this 3 inch section. So I'm gluing it on this flap. Okay, I know it's the same color of the spine, but I'm just gluing it on these flaps. We're just going to add this piece right there on top. Okay, so I'm just gonna open up my last page here and press down. Okay, so that is gonna be our first signature that has the book pages and some cardstock here for you to add some layouts as well. I love this Christmas town page, and then this opens, and that will be the end of that. Okay, so now we're gonna add the second one. So the second hinge, I'm going to put 1 inch away from the back folding line here. So I'm gonna go 1 inch, and we're gonna place that right there. So it will be 1 inch. If you fold this first 1/2 inch back, okay, it will be 1 inch from there, or you can do 1 inch from this one here. Okay, so basically you don't want to put it right next to the other one that we just glued. You want to give it a 1/2 inch space right there, because I want to kind of have these book signatures, and then I want to have another signature here in between, so leave a 1/2 inch space, and then we're gonna glue this next book signature page down. Okay, I hope that's clear. So we're just gonna add the glue, and again I'm just gonna stay away just about maybe 3/4 inches from this line here. Okay, and then we're gonna place this and press down. Okay, and then on this section here we're going to glue our signature page, a signature section here. Okay, so I'm just adding glue, and we're gonna grab this one and place this right there. Okay, and then press down. And the reason why I'm adding these two signatures before and I'm not waiting to add the other two is because I want to kind of sandwich these sections here. So what we're gonna do is cut 2 pieces, and these are gonna be 8 by 1. Okay, so let's just bring the cutter, because I want to make sure the signatures, I know they're gonna get a little heavy, so I'm using the same paper I have on the spine, and we're gonna cut this at 1 inch. Okay, so 1 by 8 here, and let's bring this. And so the 1/2 inch that I glued down, I want to basically sandwich and cover with this piece here. So it will be a seamless signature coming out here of the spine, but also we're gonna be protecting it. Okay, so I'm just gonna add the glue, this 1 inch, add a lot of glue here, and we're gonna place that on top of that 1/2 inch that was glued down to the spine. Okay, and then press down. Let's use this tool here. Press down. Okay, and then we're gonna do the same with this other signature here. So the 1/2 inch that we glued down, we are going to cover with this paper here. And that is going right there. Okay, so press down. And there you go. You can't even, the funny thing is you can't even see where it joins, because it's exactly the same paper. But okay, so then here we have the two of these book signatures, I'm gonna call them, and there you go. So let's do a walkthrough of this other one here, continuing with the story, the different size pages, just like that. I love these 1/2 pages, and then this little flap right there, and then these other pages here, and there you go. And so that is gonna be that. Okay, now you can always continue adding onto these pages even. So for example, on this page here, if I have just a piece that measures 8 inches, you can score at 1/2 inch here and continue adding pages. So let me just use this little leftover piece because I don't want that to go to waste. So this is about 4 inches, so 4 by 8, but again, you can use any size. You can even use a full, 8 by 6, and we can go ahead and add these to any of these pages here. Right, so maybe there. I don't want to put it on this side, so we can add it right there. Okay, so I'm just gonna add my glue, and we're gonna put these here. Okay, and then we're gonna press down right here. I can't believe it's October already. I know we're doing this, but it just seems so super fast. And yeah, it's just life is just keeps going faster and faster every year. But there you go. So that is what we're gonna be, just doing for today. Tomorrow we're gonna be adding the two other signatures that are more like mini album type signatures, and I am loving how this is coming along. I hope that you guys like it as well. I think at the end it's gonna be a full combination of mini album pages and book signature pages, so we have a little bit of the story of the Nightmare Before Christmas, but we also have some stories. We're gonna have some fun memories on this book. So yeah, I'm gonna stop here for right now, and I will see you guys tomorrow with the signature mini album signature pages.